What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today I have something very special to talk about with you guys, and that is what we plan on doing in the future for KOFAS and for the community to try to give back, guys. You know, you guys have all been supporting me for so long, and I really just want to say thank you to all of you. But I want to try to do something for you that can be fun, rewarding, and actually maybe make the game a little bit more fun for hopefully a lot of players out there. It's not going to make it more fun for all the players because they're not maybe going to be interested in it, or they're not going to be able to play it, which is going to be kind of a bummer for them. But for some of those players out there, this is actually going to be pretty damn awesome. So there's a big problem in KOF where we have a lot of power creep, right? So what happened now in the game is that, a lot of these characters that we have now, I mean, I realize I'm a veteran. I realize that not all of you have these characters, but even if you're a brand new player, you've only been playing for, even 2 weeks to a month with certain characters, like if you got, EX Kyo just recently, or you got some of the Street Fighter characters recently, you're easily dominating pretty much everything in the game. And what happens in these games is that game modes just get really, really boring. I mean, this is a game mode right here where having, a lot of points, having strong characters can be beneficial, but unfortunately the rewards are just so RNG based that you rarely ever get the reward that you actually want out here, right? It's a big problem in KOFAS, right? Now, I'm not trying to rant or roast KOFAS for that. I've already made videos about this, talking about this, but you guys get the point, right? We just have so much power creep that the game modes in the game have become super easy. And a long time ago, I mentioned that really the in-game content for this game is PvP. It is PvP, guys. Like, it really is. And, like, actually this week in Championship, PvP is actually really, really good because we get to use our KOF original fighters. The set cards and option cards are not applied. This is really when it's the best, at least in my opinion, right? And everybody should be banning Kyo for sure if you're playing in this. Right. But the issue with this is always going to be connection issues. And the issue with what I'm going to be talking about today is also going to be with connection issues. Unfortunately, that's always going to be a problem, right? But aside from the connection issues, this really is the in-game content for a lot of players. And a long time ago, Championship used to give rubies for, achieving certain ranks in here. And they took away that because we had a bunch of hackers. They were, stealing a bunch of rubies, and it pretty much ruined it for all the players out there, which was kind of a bummer. So what I want to do is I want to implement a new PvP system called Tournament, right? King of Fighters Tournament for all of you. And the way this is going to work is that we're actually going to be doing this in Friendly Match. Now, ever since they updated Friendly Match and they made this game mode to where you can actually adjust your awakened level, your level 90s. This is really, really awesome. Just to give you guys a heads up, the way that I plan on doing it is I'll probably just have level 90. I probably will go maybe 200% HP, right? So there's going to be no awakened skill in this. There's going to be 200% HP to make the fight a little bit longer. We're not going to have any battle cards applied, right? So no cooldown cards, no Leah sets, no resetting skills unless it's already in their core kits, and then no imprint stones to add any extra damage. The bare minimum to make this a lot more fun for the players. And what I plan on doing, guys, is I'm going to have certain restrictions in here where maybe you can only use KOF original characters, maybe you can only use FES characters, maybe you can only use attack characters, maybe you can only use BS, SS, and so on and so on. Now, for some players out there, this is going to be kind of rough because maybe they won't have a lot of BS characters, they won't have a lot of SS characters, they won't have a lot of, whatever characters. Maybe they're brand new to the game, right? But this here will adjust. Like, say you have your new characters, you're just starting out in the game, and you have, Guinness, and you have, Neskio, regular FES characters, and then whenever we do this for the regular FES character week, you can plug them in here and use them, right? And you'll be able to ban 3 of the characters. It would be up to you as far as what characters you would actually play with. I leave it up to you. I'll have restrictions, but within those restrictions, you can decide, just like Championship, you can decide what characters you actually want to play with, right? So there's still going to be knowledge as far as players figuring out, who should I ban, who's a good counter for this character, which I think should be involved in here. And the way that we're going to do this, guys, is once I have those restrictions set up, then we're going to have matches in Discord, right? They're going to be in my Discord. So if you want to compete in this and you want to play in this, then you need to join my Discord because that's where all the gameplay is going to be recorded. That's where we're going to be doing the tournaments. There may be some live streams as well on YouTube later down the road as far as this is concerned as well, guys. I mean, I'll probably end up doing some YouTube live streams with this because I think it'd be a lot of fun. Now, the thing is, and the problem that I'm going to have here is that, we have different servers, right? We got Asia server, we have North American server, and so on, and so on, and so on, right? So whenever your players are facing against each other, players in different servers, there's going to be probably some connection issues. I've actually played in friendly match against people in North America and actually had a good stable connection. It was actually really, really good. But what I want you guys to do, because this is what I really need, I need to get an idea of how many players are willing to participate in this, so then I can go from there and decide how I really want to approach this, okay? So in today's video, what I want you guys to do is I want you to put in the comments, if you are interested in it, and what server you actually play on. Do you play on Asia 2, Asia 1, Oceania, North America, Europe, South America, which server do you actually play on, right? And then what we can do is we can try to incorporate matches where, maybe you're paying similar to someone else's paying, or you can just have, matches between South America's, Europe's, North America 2, and so on and so on and so on. It'll seem like it's going to get very convoluted, but, it won't. As long as everybody's playing within their respective servers, it'll be fine, right? Now, the bad thing about this is, a lot of the players are in Asia 2, in Asia 1, so, that's probably going to be a more competitive place because there's more players, right? But if we can set it up to where, one server can face another server, we can try that. Like I said, I've played against people from North America on Asia 2. I'm in Vietnam, so I have the Asia 2 server, and I've actually had a stable connection, guys. I mean, it was pretty surprising, honestly. And then I thought, well, okay. But if it doesn't work out, if the connections are really, really bad, then we're just going to keep everybody in the exact same server. All right. This at the very beginning of all this is just going to be like trial and error and just trying to figure out what works the best for us, because we want good gameplay videos and we want gameplay that actually has decent connections. If they don't have decent connections, that's going to be a problem. And I'm going to have to figure out something to address that. Right. But when I first start this out, I want every player to be able to play this. Every player that's interested in this, because there's going to be some rewards at the end of this, guys. I'm going to be sponsoring this thing, and I'm going to be giving you guys certain rewards for not really participating in this, but for winning in this. And so after we have our restrictions set up, the teams that you're going to play within this, what we're going to do is I'm going to be tallying up how many people are playing in the Asia server that are willing to participate, how many people are willing to play in the North American server, and so on and so on and so on. So in the comments of this video, guys, I really would like you to, put whether you're in the Asia server or whether you're in the North American server, so that way I can get an idea of how many players actually want to participate in this. And once I know how many Asian players are willing to participate and how many North American players are willing to participate, and so on and so on and so on, then I'm going to plug you guys in on this chart right here. Now, this is going to be a double elimination match setup. So you have to lose twice before you're actually out of this. That way it gives you a chance in order to win the ultimate prize at the very end of this thing. And I think this would be pretty cool. Now, I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this. So if I'm going to let you have like one round where it's the best 2 out of 3, or if it's going to be just, you lose one time, you just have one fight and you lose one time. And then the next time you fight, you only fight one time and you have a chance to lose or win. Then I'm not really sure how I want to do it. If it's going to be the best 2 out of 3, 2 different times, or if it's going to be just, one fight 2 different times. Let me know down in the comments what you guys prefer, because really depending on the amount of players that are willing to participate, I mean, if there's a lot of players that want to do this, then I'm probably just going to do, just one fight, right? And just, give you 2 chances to win the prize. If you lose twice, then you're out of the tournament, right? Instead of just having 2 out of 3 each time you fight, because 2 out of 3 each time you fight is going to take a lot longer to do, especially if there's a lot of players doing this. So it really is going to depend on how many players are willing to participate in this, as far as, how we're actually going to approach this. But I thought this was pretty cool, trying to do it this way. Now, what are you going to win at the end of this thing? What are you going to win? Well, I'm going to be setting up some Google gift cards for you guys for first, second, and third place. And, I'm not really sure how much money I'm going to be putting on those Google gift cards. I really do think this is going to be the in-game content for the game. You know, we just have so much power creep and everything gets destroyed so easily these days that players just get bored. And I feel like if we have a tournament where people can actually play, have some fair PvP matches where there isn't such broken cores, that's going to be a lot better. And by the way, guys, if you're willing to support the channel and you want to support the channel to help grow and do more of these kinds of things, you know, just hit that join button down below. And if you are willing, you know, just pay, you know, $5 a month and you get your own personal emoji of your choice. Just let me know what kind of emoji you want and I can create it for you. And you'll also be really helping out the channel as far as these things are concerned, guys. So depending on how many players want to participate in this is really going to depend on, you know, how I'm going to approach this in the future. But all I can tell you guys is whoever wins the tournament, you know, first, second, and third place are going to get a prize. I'm not really sure how much the prize is going to be. It's going to be a Google gift cards more than likely. I'm thinking maybe a $30 prize for the first place winner, maybe a $20 prize for the second place winner, and maybe a $10 prize for the third place winner. And I thought this would be really fun and just a new way to try to implement a fair way of doing PvP. Again, guys, there's going to be certain restrictions in the PvP, and I will let you know in further videos or postings as far as, you know, what the restrictions are actually going to be in that particular week. And that's another thing. I don't know if this is going to be something that I'm going to do every week or if it's going to be something that I do every 2 weeks or every month. It really just depends on how many players are actually wanting to participate in this. So again, guys, if you are interested in playing in this tournament, please put down in the comments below, you know, the server that you play in. Just put down the server that you play in and join my Discord, because in the Discord is where we're actually going to be playing all this. And I'll give you guys further details in future videos about this. So again, if you are interested in playing in this tournament, please put your server down in the comments below. You don't have to put your IGN or anything like that. Just let me know the server that you play in so I can count how many people are wanting to do this in Asia and North America and so on and so on and so on. And then I can go from there. And if you have any ideas to make this tournament better, if you have certain ideas that you think would be really good for the tournament, please put it down in the comments, guys. I read all of the comments and I would gladly take anything into consideration and maybe implement those ideas in the future. So let me know how y'all doing in the game, and I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.